Poor little Harley's looking so sad right now. Well, in an effort to troll with the pink Corvette more than I already am, I decided today we're going to take it to the next level. We're going to be test fitting up a C6 ZR1 spoiler, cheap aftermarket, because why pay for the original? And if you can see it, a big old carbon fiber wing. Yes, that is correct. Today, the Project Corvette will be joining the big WANG gang. And why people ask me why I like to troll so much, or why I want to go with this wing because it looks stupid, or wing and a ZR1 spoiler at the same time because it looks stupid. Why I'm so obsessed with trolling people so much. It's not so much the obsession with trolling people. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love it, and most of everything I do is for that reason, to troll people, because there's no feeling quite like getting a rise out of someone. But painted the car hot pink because I like hot pink. It's genetic. If you're a guy and you don't like pink, you should probably be watching Home and Garden channel. But I also expected that I would get a lot of hate, especially from the Corvette community. We take it down to Ponies in the Smokies in Gatlinburg or Sevierville this past weekend, and got nothing but love. Not a single person said anything condescending about the hot pink Corvette, which, I'll be honest with you, kind of sucked. I was looking forward to the hatred to round people up, because Corvette owners in general hate anything that's not stock. It's so easy to troll them, and it's fun to troll them because screw them. Mustang people, I hate to say it, are some of the most welcoming, friendly car group there is. So I didn't get the hate there. So then we ran through Gatlinburg, up and down the strip in the Smoky Mountains, you know, a big tourist town, expecting to get a lot of anything, get a rise out of people. Why is that guy driving a pink Corvette? Why is there a giant, tatted up, muscled up man in a tiny little pink Corvette? Anything. Nice Barbie car. I mean, anything, but none of it. You know, we actually got stopped between, I don't know, 50 to 100 times a day, coming up to the girlfriend's window to tell us that, like adult grown men to tell us that their 5-year-old daughter loved the car, or just little girls saying that they love the car, even some young boys. So it backfired. I didn't get the hate I wanted. So while we were up there, I was like, I was looking at parts anyways, and I was looking at the ZR1 spoiler, because ZL1addons.com sells this awesome acrylic wicker bill bolt-on for the ZL1 spoiler for C6 rear end. And I was like, man, it looks really good. It's cheap. It's $150 for the add-on, you know, if you've already got the ZL1 spoiler, or ZR1 spoiler, sorry. And then ZL1addons.com, the ZR1 spoiler wicker bill add-on. But if you've already got that spoiler on your C6, or like me, a C5 with the C6 rear end, then it bolts right on. It's $150. Great. Looks good. But then I started thinking about it. I was like, man, I really want a big old ricer wing. Like, I want a big WANG. I want a, everybody hates wings, you know, except for ricers. And you know, I was a ricer most of my life. I mean, I had the body kits, I had the wings, I had the actual neon, like the neon tubes run under the car that would shatter if your car was too low, and they had to replace them, and they were outrageously expensive. 16, 17, 18, 20 years ago, something like that. You never really grow out of that, I guess, in a way. So I asked the girlfriend, I was like, pick one of these. You know, the big carbon fiber wing is a GT wing is way more expensive than just getting a ZR1 spoiler, and then the ZL1 wicker bill add-on. And she's not a fan of the big WANG gang either. So I went ahead and got this one on eBay, for this ZR1 spoiler on eBay for $53. That was kind of warped. They said it was kind of warped. I got it in, and there's nothing wrong with it. You'll see it today. I got it in expecting I'm going to take it into the shop today and heat it up, maybe do a bit of work, make it look right. There's nothing wrong with it. So I paid $53 for this brand new So what I'm thinking is I'm going to paint it the hot pink, the same color as the car, the fire pink pearl, and then we'll stick the wing on too. But she wasn't a fan of the wing. She said to go with the ZR1 spoiler, so I did. I went ahead and got that, bid on that on eBay. And while doing that, while doing that, the next day we go to the convention center in Sevierville for the first day of Ponies and Smokies. And lo and behold, there are, new Shelby GT 350s and 500s with big carbon fiber wings, either from the factory or aftermarket. There's so many cars with APR, GT 200 or 250, I think, the models on those S550s and S197 Mustangs. Of course, there's one Cobra R there, 2000 Cobra R with that big fiberglass spoiler that everyone that likes Mustangs loves. And after she walked around and saw these, she was like, you know what? Maybe that carbon fiber wing wouldn't look so bad on the Corvette. But you should get it. Get on Facebook Marketplace. Half an hour later, I found one an hour and 20 minutes away for super duper cheap. And the guy was nice enough to bring it up here. He had it on his 2020 LT1 Camaro, his 6th gen Camaro. It looked good on it, so he brought it up here to me and drove the hour and 20 minutes. Gave me a great deal, and here we are. So we'll get back to you in just a minute when I get over to the body shop. All right, so I get here to the shop. I had to do some work. This transmission that I just put in like a month ago, been working good, but I never did calibrate, or I guess line up the shifter. Inside, there's a little, for anybody that's dealt with C5, C6s, or even C7s, there's a little shifter in here. Mind how dirty the car is, because I just ripped it apart in the shop. But there is a little hole right there, and you put a pin in there. My pin got lost by the time I did the first transmission swap, so I used a 1/8 inch Allen wrench. You put it in there, and you unbolt this bolt, and that bolt on the pinch clamp for the shifter linkage. Put it in neutral, lock it in place. You put it in neutral, lock it in place, and line it all up. When you do that, there's still a little bit of give forward and backward, and that's because of the moon shape cutout of the shifter linkage where the bolt goes down through it. I'm sure if you spent days, you could actually get it perfect. No matter where I moved it, it's been clunky to begin with, even notchier than normal. Of course, I've got an aftermarket shifter as well, but it's been notchier than the last transmission was. Since I put it in, I never did line it up. So yesterday, when picking up this carbon fiber wing sitting over here, upside down, next to the ZR1 spoiler, when picking this up, I go to leave, put it in reverse, and the shifter won't go all the way through the gate. Like, it hits the gate, and you can feel it just kind of move like that, just like a little bit, but where the gate should be like this, I guess, so that you can go up around it into reverse. Instead of going like this, it's going like this. So before I started on the spoiler or the wing, I wanted to line that up and see if it would help any, and it didn't do a effing thing. It didn't help at all. So I got under there, and based on the YouTube videos of rednecks, I pulled which, by the way, this is a complete pain in a Corvette because of the way the transmission's angled in the rear, but I pulled the reverse lockout solenoid out, took off the snap ring right here, then pulled the entire plunger system out with the little spring on the end, so that now the gate doesn't work or stop me from going to reverse at any speed, including speeds of up to, well, I'm not going to say what I hit up in the mountains against some Mustangs this weekend, but either way, nothing has stopped me from accidentally going into reverse now. The plus side is it finally went into reverse. I have no clue why that is. If this seized up or something, maybe, I don't know. I don't have it wired up correctly anyways, because the forums are horrible about this. Some people say you just run the manual transmission harness and it goes, and it'll go into reverse lockout, work fine and everything, and cruise control work. Then some say you have to rewire everything. Try both ways, neither one worked for me. I don't know why. It's tuned as a manual in HP Tuners. That I've got the laptop and HP Tuners module sitting in the hatch where it stays always, just in case, because I will literally rewrite the PCM as an automatic to go on a road trip, so I have cruise control. When I get there, I'll rewrite it back as a manual, so I have my tune back in. So that's fun. If anybody knows anything about any of that, other than to tell me I'm an idiot, because I already know I'm an idiot, please hit me in the comments below and help me figure that out. Or if you have any idea what's going on with this and why the gate was only opening that much instead of that much, hit me up, tell me about that. Anyways, all right, I'm gonna put the spoiler on real quick, or the wing on. I'm gonna do the wing first. Put the wing on real quick, and then if I have time, we'll get to the spoiler right now. Obviously, I'm gonna do a time lapse of me setting up and measuring and everything. The one issue I have is that, of course, the ZR1 spoiler came with all new hardware and instructions. That's great. The carbon fiber GT wing was used. So the guy gives me the bolts, goes, oh, hey man, I almost forgot, here, you need these bolts to bolt to the car. I didn't think to check them before I got here. Now, I mean, I do work in a dealership, so we might have some bolts up front that work, but he gives me these bolts. Let me show you the bolts he gives me. No, I think it's this guy, maybe, I don't know, he just didn't notice. But let me show you these 4 bolts he gave me. So first thing you'll notice is that one is shorter than the other 3. Second thing you'll notice is that at least one of them is cut off at the end, ground down, I guess it was too long. Then one of them, let me show you this guy. This bad boy, that is amazing, right? Because that's totally going to go in my car. So I know we
My name's O's Electronic Combo Meal today.
No, thank you. Can I just get 2 spicy chicken sandwiches and a large fry, and that's all.
Yes, sir. $7.62, please, and thank you. About to cry looking at that thing right there.
I don't think he knew his camera was still on. His microphone. Yeah, camera. It has been an exhausting day, so I'm heading home now. The ZR1 spoiler is sitting in my passenger seat with a bunch of crap from taking this apart to fix that reverse. I didn't fix the reverse gate, but I did that little trick I saw on YouTube about removing the reverse lockout solenoid plunger from the snap ring, so I did that. And right now everybody in this rally's drive-thru is staring my car down, like hardcore staring, like they're coming up from the back to look, which is kind of funny. But anyways, I took that plunger out and played with the alignment of the shifter, and now it goes into reverse, but now it doesn't go into 2nd, 4th, or 6th, which is fine for today because I almost never use those gears. I usually go from 1st, 3rd, then 5th, then I'll go to 6th if I'm at high enough speed, but I'll deal with it tomorrow. Didn't get the ZR1 spoiler on, got the wing on. If you can see the stands, no, you can't really. How about right there? Let's see, can you see that? There you go. It's big. And the assistant manager at Ace Hardware, where I had to go after Home Depot and Lowe's didn't have bolts close to the right size, was in love with it and kept begging me to take it for a ride. Yeah, I screamed no at her and said stranger danger, and it was a whole fiasco. But anyways, if you decide to do a wing like this on a Corvette, a C5 specifically, and if you use the same guidelines that I used as far as lining it up, go to Ace Hardware or something you have local like Fastenal. Don't go to Home Depot or Lowe's. They don't have crap. The furthest rear 4 bolts closest to the actual rear bumper were 45 millimeters, is the exact length that they didn't punch a hole through the weather stripping for the trunk. 50 millimeters will punch a hole through. 40 millimeters doesn't come all the way through the trunk. So 45 is the exact length you need. For the closer ones here, closest to the back window, those are 60 millimeter. They were outside to use 70, and 70 are entirely too long, but they'll work. But they're 60 millimeters in length. I used what's considered the universal standard for most cars, especially in a body shop, which is a 6 millimeter with a 1.00 thread pitch. Those are used in everything at this point. Japanese, American, European cars. Anyways, I just left Ace for the final time because I had to run there 3 different times to figure out the exact right length. And I'm stopping at Rally's or Checkers, wherever you might live, to get me some spicy chicken sandwiches. I'll head home and then we'll get this video going and show you what it looks like. Alright, so here is the carbon fiber wing in all its glory. Now that I'm home. I'm really happy with the way it came out. It's really tall. It's not as tall as I thought. From the back it looks super tall. I figured from the front you would see it over the roof, like you do in pictures on some cars, especially since the Corvette's roof is so low. And you kind of do. Like if you're standing up tall here, you can see it over. But if you get down low, it's what level? It's just barely above the roof there. You can see it right there on the side. So yeah, I'm happy with the way it turned out. Not bad for as little as I paid for it. And now I should make a lot of the Corvette purists really mad. So on the next video, it's already getting dark. Not going to do it now. So on the next video, we'll tackle the ZR1 spoiler on the bottom, and then see if I want to, paint match that to this fire pink pearl.